Ancient Sparta, the name alone evokes images of fearless fighters, grueling training, and unmatched toughness. Yet beneath these legendary stories there lies a society with practices so severe they are barely mentioned in the common retellings of Spartan honor. Now we explore the darkest corners of Spartan existence, revealing brutal rituals and chilling customs that show the true price of their famed strength. This is not the Hollywood Sparta. It is far more intense, disturbing, and profoundly real. If prepared to uncover the shocking facts often hidden by history books, stay with us. Each detail draws us closer to a complete understanding of this iconic and deeply complex civilization. Life in Sparta was harsh from the beginning, with cruelty starting as soon as a child was born. Unlike most other Greek city-states, where family bonds and individual lives were treasured, Sparta placed little importance on newborns unless they met strict standards. Known as apothetes, or exposure, this notorious practice of infanticide was an approved tradition that involved leaving infants deemed weak, deformed, or imperfect out in the Taygetus Mountains to die by exposure. According to Plutarch, a child would be brought before the Council of Elders, where their worthiness was judged solely on physical strength and vitality. This procedure aimed to eliminate any child who could not meet the demanding standards of Spartan life, a life completely devoted to military success. If the elders decided a child was not strong enough, it was left to perish in the wilderness, where survival was impossible. For those who survived this brutal test, however, life offered no relief, only more challenges ahead. This official infanticide practice was meant to maintain a population of physically capable, battle-ready warriors who could carry the burden of Sparta's military machine. Other Greek states viewed this custom with a mix of horror and awe, as it represented both a shocking lack of compassion and a total commitment to martial superiority. A terrifying initiation. The path to Spartan adulthood was full of pain, disgrace, and fear, starting at the young age of 7, when boys were taken from their families to enter the agoge, a state-controlled system of education and training. This was not ordinary schooling, but a harsh conditioning process designed to strip away any softness or individuality and replace it with absolute loyalty and physical toughness. Every boy endured a strict regimen of discipline, exercise, and deprivation. Sparta produced a consistent flow of children who were both mentally and physically robust, independent of traditional family structures. Historian Xenophon observed that Spartan society took active steps to guarantee the health and strength of its people. This involved encouraging men to father children with other men's wives when it was thought to serve the interests of the state, demonstrating a communal and practical approach to marriage and reproduction. Women in Sparta enjoyed a uniquely elevated status compared to other Greek cultures. They were expected to maintain strength and fitness to bear offspring capable of becoming warriors. Yet this freedom came with profound personal sacrifices, as their chief role was to give birth to and raise future fighters rather than nurture a typical family life. Polyandry was not about affection or personal choice, but centered on fulfilling a societal duty to preserve Sparta's strong population. Institutionalized pederasty. A complicated and unsettling element of Spartan life was its acceptance of pederasty within the agoge system. Adult male mentors, often distinguished warriors, were assigned to adolescent boys during their training to guide and promote their growth. This mentorship sometimes included intimate relationships, officially permitted as a way to build emotional and martial connections inside the military ranks. While similar customs were found elsewhere in Greece, Sparta's method was more organized and, as Plutarch mentioned, ingrained uniquely into their warrior culture. To Spartans, these bonds were an important rite of passage, believed essential for fostering loyalty and brotherhood in battle. Though uncomfortable to modern views, these relationships were fully integrated into Spartan society and military without ethical objections. Slavery and helots. Though Spartans valued self-reliance and strength, their system depended greatly on the helots, an oppressed, enslaved group compelled to work under Spartan control. Mostly native Mycenaeans, the helots suffered long-term subjugation, forced to farm and supply resources so Spartan citizens could devote themselves entirely to military training and warfare. Unlike slaves elsewhere in Greece who might serve households, helots were state-owned and faced harsh treatment at every level. They lived in constant fear, required to obey a society that treated them as expendable. This slave structure was crucial to Sparta's society, enabling Spartan warriors to focus solely on combat skills at the expense of compassion and human dignity. Spartan society was undeniably exceptional, a culture demanding physical endurance, military dominance, and ruthless pragmatism, requiring extreme sacrifices from all individuals. Their way of life was severe, regimented, and merciless, leaving a legacy that endures through centuries as tales of fearless warriors devoted above all to their city. Yet, as revealed, these warriors bore a heavy cost for their honor, shaped by customs disturbing to modern understanding. Spartan culture was neither simple nor perfect, but a stark example of how far human societies can go in pursuit of power and control. For those who found this insight into Spartan life fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Stay with us for more historical revelations, uncovering the forgotten and often shocking truths of ancient civilizations.